I also truly believe that there's a purpose, and I can assure you that we are trying our best and will continue to do our best to ensure that we can take Meghalaya to a new level. And that is really the objective with which we are working, and we are all very, very much committed to it. At the same time, I'd like to thank the Keane College, especially our principal, for organizing this very, very important conference and on a very important theme: the environment, consciousness, and sustainability, to know globally and act locally. You know, this reminds me of what John F. Kennedy had said about ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. And I tell you, it's very, very similar to this whole aspect of to know globally and act locally. Because I think I've been talking about this a lot. So, you know, somebody asked me, sir, do we have to prepare a speech? So I said, I'll just speak from my heart. Because I've been talking about this theme everywhere I go. Even when I get a chance to talk to my cabinet colleagues, there is a theme of environment, there's a theme of sustainability always there in every speech that I give. And it's simply because it's a subject that's very close to my heart, and I think it's close to every single individual who's sitting here. It's close to each and every one of your hearts. And the reason why I was comparing this about ask not what you can, what country can do, but what you can do for the country. I think that is really the theme also underlying what this really, this whole entire conference that is there about acting locally. At the end of the day, no matter how many policies we make, no matter how many plans we make, no matter how many acts come out, it is only when there is going to be a participation at individual level, and when conscious citizens and responsible citizens start to connect and start to own things, start to feel that yes, it is my responsibility to make a difference. It is only then will we see a change. And I think I really want to focus on that act locally part. And when we say act locally, we're talking about every individual. So you can make a difference by your actions. And I think, and I really hope that this conference in the next 2 days will really talk about the responsibility that you as a citizen has towards ensuring that the environment is protected and we leave something better for the future generation. And then it sounds really cliche in one way. We always talk green, but what is this green? So we talked about green business. And by that, I think one example is something that our principal has given regarding recycling of paper. And she mentioned about how you're already doing it in the college out here. So we as a government also, we have come out with a concept called 3 R's, which is reduce what you take, reuse what you can, and recycle also what you can. So this 3 R's concept of reducing your consumption, reusing everything you can reuse, and recycling also whatever you can. So recycling is one part. And let me tell you, I have also started using recycled paper in the Chief Minister's office and all the concerned departments that are handled by me. So that is the act locally part also, which I want to stress on. So we talked about this green business. So these are the kind of things that we can do. There is a demand today in this entire country and in the state also for businesses that can be green. We saw, in fact, that day the chairperson, Sangma, she brought a plastic bag made of tapioca. So that plastic bag is totally biodegradable. And as soon as you put it in water or wash it in water and leave it there soaked in for a very long time, it simply dissolves in the water. And actually that can be used even as a feed to give to animals. This is green business. So you're making the plastic, and the cost is not as much as one would think it is. So like recycling, you might not be aware, but a lot of people want to do recycling and want to use recycled paper. But the costs are high sometimes. Sometimes technology is not available because there entrepreneurs who are actually taking up recycling projects. I think this is what we're talking about, going green and doing green businesses. Starting a factory or a unit where you can have these biodegradable plastics. So I'm happy to inform you that in both the fronts, we are moving forward. So in my CM office, we have asked one particular entrepreneur who has started a business of recycling. We have placed our order for all our letterheads from that green business of recycling. Again, not to be very pessimistic, but it's a fact. In Delhi, almost 50% of the chicken that's available is all fed with antibiotics and medicines and chemicals. So the chickens are big and fat, but they're all on medicine, medicated, and that is what a lot of us are eating when we go to Delhi. And it's affecting our health. And in the long run, it's going to affect in a very negative manner. That's Delhi now. We will be doing studies, and we need to do studies about Meghalaya also, about the vegetables that come from outside, about the food that is here within. I think it's necessary also. So there's a massive issue of adulteration of food that is taking place also. And that is also linked to the environment, because it's the water that the animals drink, the water that goes into the plantation, or to grow the trees and the vegetables. So there's a huge area of concern for us as a government on the quality of food that is going into the citizens' bodies, and because obviously if the food is not good, it is going to affect our health. So I think we are going to take this issue up very seriously. There are many concerns that are there. As we said, we only feel that, and we think that environment issue is there that is going to affect the whole world, and we feel that we are not going to be affected by it. And I can tell you, we are somehow or the other, indirectly, directly, we are being affected by it.